Hi everybody, welcome back to MD Fly Fishing. This particular area of the reservoir I'm fishing today is more accessible with the water level dropping. It's dropped a good 7-8 foot, so it's exposed a lot of bank, so I've been able to get down there and fish this area. Still can't do overhead casts, it's a case of casting left and right up and down the bank because the trees behind you will just snag you up straight away. Met quite a few people wandering around, and first question you always get is, do you catch much? Yes, I do, and that gives me a good opportunity to plug the channel, of which one of the ladies I was talking to as she was walking a dog basically turned around and went, I've just subscribed. So thank you very much to that lady in question. Decided to fish down here. Haven't fished here, as I say, for a while, and I use a sink tip line. First 15 foot is sinking line, 14 foot leader, and I put an improved beaded spider on. I'd used this one only the day before and got myself a nice fish. I'm not pulling out 7 or 8 like I were 8-9 days ago. I think the weather's messed them up because we had like a week of solid sunshine, great, and then this week it's just been rain, wind. In fact, this area, calm, very calm, no wind at all. But once I moved from here, and you'll see this later on in the video, I went to the boathouse. It was blowing a right hooler. So anyway, let's see how we get on here. We're on. Good fish. And we're off. So I decided to move around by the boathouse. The wind was coming in the direction straight in my face, but it didn't bother me because I always believe that wind's coming towards you, so's the food source. It worked at Armfield once when I was fishing a March Brown. I just cast it into the waves and I was taking a fish every second cast. It's wrong to say, I got a bit bored just catching fish all the time. It wasn't like a challenge, and this place is a challenge, especially when the wind's up. So I still stuck with the improved beaded spider on the sink tip line. Then I was just casting left, right, centre, taking a few steps up the bank, left, right, centre, a few steps up the bank, left, right, centre. Hopefully trying to pick them fish up. Oh, our little boathouse, you can just see it in the distance. When the sun shines here, it brings everybody out, and it brings the wrong people out sometimes that look at something and think, well, this is what they did to it. I'm not going to go too much into detail on it because it's in the hands of the police. People were held accountable for it, and that's as much as I'm going to say at the moment. So I was bringing the beaded spider in 6 inch at a time, 12 inch at a time, working it at different levels, letting it drop down deep, only fishing it when it was just underneath the surface, not giving the sink tip too much time. But the wind, it was terrible. Affected my casting. Hit myself in the back of the head once with the fly. Lucky enough it got into my hat and not the back of my head. That's why I use barbless hooks. But anyway, eventually cast it off to the left, bringing it up the bank, probably a rod length out. Fish took it. Not a massive fish, but it was a fish. I'm going to have to try these beaded versions somewhere else. I'm going to have to get a trip out to Pennine soon. But anyway, this is how we got the second fish, and I'll leave it at that. But again, thanks very much for watching. Just me and my days out, me and my days out in our horrible weather. But down in that little ravine, calm as all. Come out here, got hammered. Anyway, thanks so much for watching everybody, and I'll catch you very shortly.